Hola, hola a todos y a todas. ¿Qué tal estáis? Este domingo...
¿Lo tenemos entretenido?
Sí, lo tenemos entretenido. Y nada, deciros que hoy vamos a hacer otra entrevista, otro directo, como ya es habitual. Yo creo que ya vamos a ser asiduos los domingos a hacer directos con actores. Y hoy haremos un directo con un actor inglés.
Un Slytherin.
Un Slytherin, un mortífago. y nada, ¿cómo se llama el actor?
Benn Northover.
Northover, ok.
Es actor y artista inglés y hizo el papel de mortífago en Reliquias de la Muerte, parte 1 y parte 2.
También es modelo, ¿puede ser?
Fue modelo para Zara.
Sí, pues le preguntaremos qué tal fue.
Sí,
esa...
sí. Incluso un año estuvo en unas listas de los hombres más atractivos del mundo.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Bueno, tendré que tener cuidado entonces.
Atentos. Pues vamos a mirar si
Vamos
ya
a ver
podemos
si...
hablar con él.
¿Con Ben?
Y a ver. Yo creo que está conectando, ¿no?
Sí. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, fine. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
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 Great.
Perfect. Can you hear us?
Thanks for inviting me. Yes, I can. Right loud in my ear.
All right.
Ben, do you speak Spanish?
Only when somebody gives me a script and I have to remember it. But apart from that, no. I can say something like había pensado que podría estar bien. You know, I can remember the lines from movies, but not real life.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll do it in English then.
As you feel, yeah.
Pero bueno, your Spanish pronunciation is very good.
Thank you very much. It took a lot of practice, over and over and over and over. No, but it's a beautiful language. I really wish I spoke it properly. You know.
Thank you.
You have to be more in Spain.
I know. The director I worked with on the Batahan trilogy, Fernando, always says to me, if I could speak Spanish properly, then we could have more collaboration. So I plan to. That's a serious wall you've got behind you.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a serious collection of wands.
Yes. Wands and autographs.
Right. Yeah.
Harry Potter.
You know, I tried to steal the one that I had in Harry Potter. I put it up my sleeve, and I said to the people, "Oh, I don't know where it went." But they're so good at the security, they don't let you walk out with anything.
Could it be this one?
Hey, that's my wand. Where did you get that from?
Magic.
You stole it.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. No, that's what was so incredible is the details that they put into everything. Like each of us would stand around. All of our wands were completely different.
Yes. There's a whole world of wands. Each
a whole
one's got
world of wands.
personality. Yeah.
It's a whole forest of wands.
Well, thank you very much for your time collaborating with us. It's a pleasure. How did you get on with the lockdown?
It's been crazy. I mean, to be honest with you, it's been one of the most. I mean, obviously, it's hard for many people, but I think any of us that do creative things, it's been really a moment. So we go, okay, everything's stopped, so let's get on with everything we never had time to do. But yeah, no, a lot of it's been a struggle for everybody, but I'm happy that we're all pulling through it. You know.
Yes. Difficult.
How about you guys?
Well, it's going a little bit better. We haven't had lockdown that long how you have, because I've got family in England and they told me they've been 6 months.
Yeah.
And not so strict, but it's been difficult here as well. But it seems it's going to get a little bit better.
I love it. I mean, it's really shown a great community of people around the world. I mean, may it be people who work together or who share interests, you know, such as everything that you guys are about. You know, I think it's really brought a real community together where people can exchange and share and spend time communicating about stuff like books and films and stuff as much as everything else.
Yes, yeah, very interesting.
No, it's good. It's good.
Well, We're going to start the interview. The fans have sent us questions, so we're going to start, yeah?
I'll answer anything you want except the really personal ones.
Okay.
And are you a Harry Potter fan?
Oh, say that again.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, I am. I have to admit, I wasn't until the movies came along. But then I've really got into it, and I'm enjoying the next series as well. You know, The Magical Beast. So I think it's really amazing how it's expanded. It feels like it could go anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I am.
Would you like to go to Fantastic Beasts?
Say again?
Would you like to have a role in Fantastic Beasts?
Oh man, I was in Los Angeles, and this agent gave me the treatment before they were making the movies, and they're like, "You've got to get onto this. It's going to be so exciting." But yeah, no, big time. As I said, I love the way that they're just like embracing all the possibilities, and they're just going in every direction.
Yes.
Big time. I'm still going to get there. I don't know if they'd employ somebody that was already a deputy, but I'm going to try.
Could be possible, yeah.
Anything's possible in the Harry Potter universe.
Yes.
How did you get the role of housemaid the theater?
That was interesting. They were like with many films, they do auditions, and they call you in if they like the look of you, and I had to audition for it. And the craziest thing is they were so secretive that they wouldn't tell me what the scene was or what the character was. But I had to make an audition and tell a story in a kind of scary way. So they had me tell just a story to camera, and I had to kind of find some movements. And I think they thought I looked scary enough to be there. So yeah, it was a whole audition process.
Okay. Did you like being in the dark side?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, the light side's taken up by those 3 kids. I mean, that's still taken up. But no, what was really interesting is that the dark side, they're planning, they're trying to get into something. There's so much more unrevealed stuff to do with the dark side. That's what's incredible about the Harry Potter films. Is peel by peel they revealed Voldemort and all the other elements. And it was really exciting to be in a side of the Harry Potter universe that wasn't as developed maybe as the Hogwarts element and all of this. So yeah, no, super fun. Love bad people. No.
Love bad people.
Not really. No, in real life, I'm with the good side. But
Okay. What Hogwarts house do you belong to? Let's cut off. Hello?
I didn't. Sorry.
Did you cut off? Now?
Are we having internet issues?
Yes.
Is it your end or mine?
Si lo corremos para aquí. Hola de nuevo.
Debió de haber ahí una interferencia.
Sí.
Iba a decir de
los mortífagos.
de los mortífagos, sí. Algo así.
Sí.
Entonces vamos a intentar volver a conectar con él.
Y a ver qué nos sigue contando.
Uh-huh. A ver si...
And we're back.
Yes? Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
So, where were we?
You were talking about the dark side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if you heard, I asked you, what Hogwarts house do you belong to?
That's a secret. That's a very personal question.
It's very personal.
No. No, I'm not sure yet.
You don't know?
No. That's what's great about these characters is that a lot of them were quite undeveloped. But what's the next question?
Next question. They love your costume in the Harry Potter films.
Mm-hmm.
And something what calls your attention is the belt you were wearing.
Yeah.
It was like a earring or something to hang the wand on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because usually you have the wands inside the cloaks or...
Yeah.
So something...
what they were trying to do with these Death Eaters is they were trying to, I mean, it was a whole kind of side story that I think the director David Yates had in his mind of kind of developing the backstories a bit more on these Death Eaters. And and they liked the idea of these kind of, how should we call them, like almost like military generals of the Death Eaters. So there was a kind of more of a kind of military element to a lot of their costumes. If you look at some of the details, it's not as simple as put the wand away. A lot of them were kind of part of Voldemort's kind of army, a real kind of army aspect to it. And I think that's what they were trying to go for a little bit in the later Death Eater characters. So that's why you see little kind of utility belts and stuff like this.
Yes, yeah, they're great. Yeah. What was it like working with Ralph Fiennes and Helena Bonham?
Ralph Fiennes and Helena Bonham Carter. What was incredible about Ralph Fiennes is that he would come up with all these ideas while they were filming, because all of them had been working together for so long. And they're such incredible actors. I mean, some days I would just watch Ralph Fiennes working. I'd learned so much. And Helena Bonham Carter was amazing. I mean, she had all her kids there. So when we were standing around waiting for the sets to build or stuff like this, all her kids would be there playing. But it was a real family. It was like joining a big family for a long time. But Ray Fiennes is so intense. He's such an intense person as well. So watching his work, it's like he's in his own bubble. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, for instance, he would, if he had a line or if he had a gesture, he would do it over and over and over and over again until he really felt like he got it.
Like he did it well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And as well, you worked with Jason Isaac and Helen McCurry.
Oh, God, she's amazing. Yes. She was amazing. Bless her. You know, I mean, what's amazing about Harry Potter is that they really found the creme de la creme of talent, you know, and they found actors from France, from England, from Spain, all these people. And it was like, I mean, on one side, it was like a masterclass in acting to be a part of this and watch all of this. And the other side, they really cared for their characters. It's like I remember speaking to Jason Isaacs about his character, and he was saying that he wasn't sure if he had wanted to go and do the last films, but then he said he couldn't imagine somebody else wearing his wig. So what he meant by that is he really cared about the character, and each of them, all of them, they were so dedicated to the project. It was like a big family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we see the result.
There you go. Exactly.
Can you tell us about your role in the House of Boys?
Yes, I can. That was. What do you want to know about it?
¿Qué quieres saber?
¿Cómo sería? Le costó. Tuvo que adelgazar.
He says you had to lose 40 kilos.
Yeah.
Well, how was it for you to prepare for that?
I came onto the project quite last minute, and it was a real passion project for Jean-Claude Slim, who was the director. It was semi-autobiographical and then based on some other people. But my character gets very, very sick in the movie. I mean, he starts off in the film as a very, healthy character. He's a dancer, he's a performer, he's also a hustler. And then he gets very ill. So what was interesting is we had to shoot the film backwards. So we shot the end of the film first, and then we went there. So I had to go into this kind of crash diet, which was really annoying because it came at the same time as Christmas. So no Christmas food for me that year. But I basically lived on soup and cheese for a very long time just to kind of get my body weight down. But that's the thing about screen acting. What's that?
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, no carbs, man. It's all about no carbs.
Yeah.
No, but it was a beautiful experience, and it was a really intense story. And I actually met after the film. I met the mother of the character my character was based on, who died also at the end, very similar. But it was a real passion project. That was my first lead in a film, and the memory will stay with me forever. It was incredible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bit of an intense film to watch, but there you go.
Yes. Well,
try making it.
Time to see all different films.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the joy of making films. It's always a different adventure,
Yeah. You worked as well for the documentary of Marlon Brando.
Say again?
You worked as well for the documentary.
The Marlon Brando.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your experience for that?
Well, what's incredible about this, the amazing thing about being involved with film and the performing arts, and all of the arts really, is that once in a while you get to kind of get a little closer to what inspired you. You get a little closer to the things that really interested you at the very beginning. You know, what got you into music or what got you into acting. And Marlon Brando, as an actor and as an artist, he was so inventive. He was such an original creative force that I got asked to narrate a documentary about him, and it had some of my heroes in it. And that's the joy of this work. I mean, I'm sure you guys have had that with your work as well. Once in a while, you get a little bit closer to what really inspired you, and that's why that was what that project was about for me.
Okay. You had a role in a Spanish film?
Yeah, I did. How'd you find that out? Yeah. This one.
It's the opposite. Well, I can read it.
El Guardian Invisible.
El Guardian Invisible, yeah. Yes, yeah. And you worked in another one?
There was 3. It was a trilogy. If any of you have read it, I mean, you have to read it. The Bat Hound trilogy by Dolores Redondo. And it's just such an incredible series of... The books are amazing. I mean, I couldn't put them down. And they were so scary, and it's so eerie, and it plays on like folklore and real kind of gothic horror. And then in the hands of Fernando Gonzalez Molina, it was just an amazing film trilogy. It's on Netflix, I think, now.
You like working in Spanish films?
I had a great time. It was bloody amazing. I mean, it was the passion as well. I mean, it was such a great crew. And I was working with the most amazing actress, Marta Atora, who's one of Spain's most gifted actors. And we really created an incredible relationship, and she became a dear friend. But just the passion of, I mean, filmmaking in general is a mission, but to work with people like that is such a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope they make more of those things. I think they just released like the prequel in the books. So let's see. It happens in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were a model for
Sarah Man.
For which one?
Sarah.
A long time ago.
Get the job.
It depends. It's funny, like with modeling, a lot of the time it's just your face, you know what I mean? And that's the funny thing. Sometimes they want somebody, a lot of the time somebody sees a picture of you and they call you up. But it's a funny way of making a living sometimes.
Did you like it?
I prefer... Yeah. I mean, the thing about any of that fashion stuff is you got to see it for what it is. It helps you do other things. So if you can go away and you be a face of a brand for a moment. That's why a lot of actors do it. Is because you get some money and it helps you do the projects that don't pay you as much. You know.
Yes.
It's all about survival and a balancing act. You know.
Yeah. The company of Sarah is here where we are in Coruña.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
no, a lot of great brands and a lot of great companies coming out of Spain. That's cool. I didn't know that. Go and knock on their door for me. They owe me money.
Well, we've got the best beer, Estrella Galicia.
Where's your morning beer?
Have you heard of Estrella Galicia when you come to Spain?
Yeah.
We've got the factory here as well.
Oh wow! I'm coming to visit you guys. You get everything I need.
Yeah, one of you want?
Including my wand. Give it back.
If you can come and get your wand.
My
We'll
daughter
keep
would kill you for that.
Can you tell us about your next projects?
One I can't, apparently. I just found out yesterday. It's kind of connected to the Marvel Universe thing. The MCU. So kind of fingers crossed that one comes out.
He loves Marvel.
Yes.
Did you see the Falcon and the Snowman, or the Snow Soldier thing? No, sorry, the
Yes.
Falcon and the Snowman is actually a movie from the 70s. So, you know
No,
what?
he hasn't seen it.
No, no lo vi.
Not yet, he hasn't seen it.
Pero lo veré.
Okay.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
I like the Marvel films, the DC films, Harry Potter films.
Harry, what did you think of the Justice League, the Snyder Cut?
Tampoco lo he visto. I doesn't see the...
He hasn't seen it yet.
Oh man, you got to see it. You have to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to see it.
It's beautiful. It's a great film.
Yeah, what's incredible is that I think that Zack Snyder really managed to expand the universe of DC, but through the emotion of the characters, not just with bangs and booms and special effects. I think it's a lot more of a kind of gritty, emotional film. So you got to see it.
Yeah, he usually sees them all.
Yeah. Gonna make time. There's so many.
Yeah. Have you ever been to La Coruña? No.
No, not yet, but I'm coming. I'm accepting your invitation.
Perfect. Or whenever you want.